Hey guys, I wanted to give you an update on everything. I just am in this study room at the library right now for a minute. I'm not taking too much time in here, so I would do a live, but I'll arrange to do a live another day. So I want to give you guys an update. So I now am, I'm in the city, but this is more kind of not like Denver Metro. I guess it's kind of more relaxed or something. So I ended up getting some help. I ended up going to get some help with resources. So I got some information on this like Colorado safe parking initiative, so I can hopefully find somewhere to safely park my car eventually. And I think it usually works through like churches. So I have to go to this website, I have to figure all that out and get that all worked out, and then I will be good and finding somewhere safe to park. So tonight we'll just be trying to find somewhere safe to park and figuring that out. So I got some information for some shelters for women, some women's shelters and stuff that are all around the area. So that's really good and really helpful. So I'm kind of trying to figure that out right now. I'm gonna definitely still work on all this tomorrow and work on like making phone calls, because I think that would be good, so I can get my mail going somewhere and stuff like that, because things been kind of hard. And yeah, so one thing is, it's very windy out here. It's super windy. It's really like it's kind of like the desert. I guess it's like prairie, kind of flat, and so it's kind of like the desert. So I also went to the job force center. I got some tips after I went to the resource center to go to the job force center. So I got a lot of resume like word tips and resume examples, so I can work on my resume. And yeah, so now I can go to, they have workforce centers. There's just like so much more out here, more resources and things available out here, so that is really good. And it's really helpful, because it was getting hard to find this kind of stuff in rural areas. So I'm gonna keep seeing how it's going. Thankfully, so far my targeting has not been so bad. I'm not being hit with the like extremely strong weapons like I was last time I went to Denver. So that's good. That is really good. So I was working on that. Meanwhile, I wanted to talk to you guys about my Homeless Lives Matter campaign and what I'm trying to get started and get going here. Now, I had no choice but to had fled and left Grand County and Glenwood, those areas like that. Because first of all, in Glenwood, I was being harassed by the military, by military planes nonstop, as well as their weapons. There was a homeless man that was using the weapons on me, and they actually were giving this homeless man a permanent hotel. So there are a lot of homeless out here, unfortunately, that are agents and are pure gang stalkers using these weapons on the real homeless, real TIs that they're doing. So, I had been in Grand County. I had gunshots fired at my vehicle, and made clear that it was a problem with me being in Grand County, being homeless. So I had to leave. I had to flee immediately, and now come to the city where I can blend in more with other homeless people and be safer, because it was like I was under a microscope everywhere I'd go. There, it's she's homeless. Oh, let's harass her and this and that. So I had to get out of there, and I definitely want to talk about the homeless discrimination and stuff like that. So with all that happening, being pushed out of, the mountains where I was and harassment, now I'm going to go full-fledged and go forth on this Homeless Lives Matter campaign. And I'm going to spread the truth. I am going to talk about the stalking I have encountered, as well as other homeless people have encountered, because I was stalked to death in the Fraser and Winter Park area. I've had people staking me out and all that kind of stuff. But the thing about it is, nobody has talked about the fact that homeless people are being stalked, trafficked, murdered, and killed. Nobody's talking about it, but I'm going to talk about it, and I'm going to talk about it publicly, because that's just what I do. I've spoken about my alien abductions, things like this, and this is a topic that needs to be spoken about. Now, I want to talk about what I've been hearing about for a while and what I've been seeing for a while. Now, for the past years, I have been seeing YouTube videos. I've been seeing channels where people are showing empty shopping carts, homeless people that have disappeared and have just vanished, like out of thin air and out of nothing. And the only people that are reporting on it and showing these videos are these YouTubers that are talking about it. The news is not talking about these homeless disappearances. They're not talking about it at all. They are not. It is a silent thing going on in this country. So I want to talk about these other movements. Now, if you think about it, we've had Black Lives Matter. We've had Asian Lives Matter now, but we've never had homeless lives matter. So meanwhile, as all these other movements have been going on, and yes, they're movements that where a race is being targeted. Nobody has spoken about the fact that the homeless have been targeted actually more so than, I'm gonna say, more so than these other movements that have been created. Homeless people have been treated like they're trash and disposable, and they are disappearing. And there has been some information out there, and what I'm hearing is that they're being harvested for organs on the black market, organ harvesting, sick kind of thing, and they're making these homeless people a John Doe type of situation. And I know with my situation, I'm glad I got back on social media, because there's a possibility that they could have possibly tried to do that to me too, try to do a Jane Doe or something like that, But I have social media, so I'm like, people will know if I disappeared, So I did get rid of it all for a while, though. I did, and I got it back. I got this. Well, I started this YouTube, and I have Instagram, and that's, yeah. So what should be spoken about here is the fact that these disappearances, the stalking that is being done, the fact that these attacks are not unprovoked, as the media is saying. These attacks are not unprovoked. The homeless are being stalked, harassed, tormented, and targeted daily. But the media doesn't speak about it. They're just saying that the media is just going forth, and the media is the one that is 100% working to demonize homeless people, because they're saying these attacks are unprovoked. They're not talking about the fact that homeless people are being targeted every single day, being stalked, being harassed in public. They won't speak about it. They will not, but I will. In my channel, I will. I'm going to speak and share on my channel what the news doesn't show and what the news does not speak about. So, I want to talk about the fact that every one of us has a story. Every one of us has a story. And homeless isn't one race. It's not one race. We are all different races. We are the human race. So if there's any movement that really should be out here, it should be Homeless Lives Matter. Out of all of these other two movements and stuff like that, these other movements. I'm not saying Black lives and Asian lives don't matter, but for about years and years, homeless are being murdered, killed covertly, and it has not been spoken about. Just like they're pure trash and disposable. That is very, very severe. Very, very, very severe, and this has to be spoken about. It has to be. Daily, not only the homeless, but other American citizens have been being tortured. They have been being microwaved daily with medical and military grade research weaponry, which is installed as well as just simply on an app on a cell phone, which is pointed towards us daily. Daily, these people are on their phones, pointing these phones towards us and torturing us. Or they have it in their pocket already. But the media won't speak about it. They won't speak about it at all. And that's another thing that I am here to fight about. We are being caused Havana syndrome daily. But the media only could recognize that for the United States diplomats, aka the government. The media is keeping it secret that these weapons are being used on some of the population, which are homeless people and the other targeted individuals. The media is not speaking about this. They will not speak about this at all. The Havana syndrome story for the little U.S. diplomat government, that is all swept under the rug. And they're not going to say how these are being used on the population as well. They aren't going to say it. They're not going to talk about it anymore. But if you talk about it being used on you, that you have the symptoms, immediately you are framed mentally ill. And it has to stop. Now, if you notice the media, what they're doing is they have created the Black Lives and Asian Lives Matter movement. This right here classically shows you that them not putting the story about the homeless disappearances, the homeless deaths, the homeless being murdered out on the street, shows you that the real issue here in this country is a classism issue. It's not about race, it's classism. Classism. Do you know how many white homeless people are being murdered and being taken in vans and taken places and their organs harvested? But they won't talk about that because they're homeless. But they're white though. Homeless lives they really don't matter to anybody. So if you see someone who's homeless and that is even white skin or whatever, no, they won't speak about this. They won't speak about them being murdered and their organs being harvested or disappeared or anything like that. And us homeless, we represent all races. We are all races. All we are every race. So, this is something that has to be spoken about. And I know that when I go out and when I go out the street, I know how much risks that this is going to be, because it's going to expose that there really is a classism issue in this country, and it's not. Race is a little part of it. It really is classism. It's really classism. And when I go ahead and I expose this, I am putting my life on the line. I am putting myself in the city where, but I had to come here anyways. I didn't have a choice. I didn't have to because I was, gunshots fired at me and I'm more under a microscope there. So I've had no choice. So, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to fight to expose the truth. And I know that every time I speak the truth and I expose the truth and I speak about things that no one talks about, my targeting does increase. So I do have the risk of my targeting increasing. I have many risks out doing this, but it has to be done. It has to be done. And, I may be out there standing alone, holding a Homeless Lives Matter sign, holding up the fact that we are not trash. We are not an eyesore. We are not disposable. We are all human beings. Okay? We're all human beings. I'm going to take the risk to go out and expose this truth. And, like I said, I may be alone. I don't know what is going to happen, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm right now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to find, I just tried to email this Vinny Cervantes guy in Denver. I tried to, but of course they made my email not even go through completely. So I'm looking for somewhere to organize this rally. I'm looking for somewhere that I can go ahead and peacefully protest this, because this is pure communism. To go ahead and cite and find people that already don't have anything and don't have anywhere to go. I am not going to allow it. I'm not going to sit here and watch this done to other people. I am not going to sit here and watch this kind of sick type of new world order kind of communism or whatever it is. I'm not. So guys, if you by chance are watching my channel and you know Denver really, really well, please let me know if you know an area where I can go ahead and put these posters up on the wall. I just want to have a wall, maybe somewhere that's near a mall or a busy shopping center where there's one abandoned building or something where I can go ahead and tape these posters to the wall, go ahead and speak publicly, play music, do like a rally like type of thing here. I'm looking for that in Denver right now. That is what I am working to do. I have not gotten my posters yet or my posters written up yet, but that is my plan. That's definitely my plan. I don't know when they're going to show up in these uniforms, when this is all going to begin. When I first got to the hot springs yesterday, the guy was in the police shirt. So I don't know if that's going to be what the uniforms are like. I don't know, but we'll see. We'll see. So guys, I'm just here at the library. I just am finishing up this work here. Just, working on these applications. Just got a lot done today. So I'm just going to go ahead and get ready to rest. So I just wanted to go ahead and share this and share that this needs to be talking about. It needs to. And me being a target myself, being homeless, I'm going to go out here and fight, because I had gunshots fired at me. I have been being stalked. I've been being harassed. I couldn't simply just stay up where I was and work and get a job, because it was like, oh, she's home. They just did not want me. They just wanted to basically kill me there. They didn't want me there because I was homeless. And, so I am here to talk about what's being done to me as well as what is being done to other homeless people. That we are not every one of these attacks that is being done, that I see being done on the news, is unprovoked. I think I have been being tested on with strong medical, military grade weapons, things like that and stuff, because they think that we are nothing but garbage and that we're nothing but disposable and trash. So guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up, and I wanted to share that. I'm gonna go ahead and get out of the study room now and go ahead and finish my day up here, and yeah. So you know, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna fight the best way I can, which is with my words, which is why I started this channel, so I can fight with my words and fight with the truth. You know, the words of truth of things that have been done to me. And basically, the best way to fight is exposure, just exposing the truth, and just that's the way that I have found is the best way to fight. So I just wanted to share this, and I want to thank you guys all so much for your subscribes, comments, and support and everything. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Sometimes I don't really have reception sometimes, so I don't get to the comments later or whichever because of the reception. But yeah, so I will go ahead and I will keep in touch with you guys. I also will, once I begin to figure out when I'm going to go ahead and do this rally and the protest, I will record the protests. If there is Wi-Fi around, maybe I could make a live stream of the protest and get that all going. So I hope you guys all have a great week, and I will talk to you later on. Oh, this button, hold on. Okay, doesn't want to click off. Wow. Yeah.